This is the Life Project. I'm Max Christie. Welcome. I'm speaking these words in the third week of September 2014, but I'm willing to bet that whenever you hear them, they'll still pretty much be relevant. In the past few weeks, there has been a veritable unending stream of heartbreaking stories of inequity, injustice, hatred, subjugation, and seemingly willful violence of human being against human being. Police violence against citizens, ostensibly based on race. Domestic violence and child abuse cases as played out by celebrities, simply mirroring the kind of horrors that go on in American homes every single day. Terrorist organizations that are encroaching and expanding, recruiting and murdering, getting closer and getting scarier. And our scary response to that, however necessary it may be deemed, of sending young male and female bodies in response to those acts. There are people in this country that are living with, suffering with, and in some cases dying from unimaginable illnesses, some without any hope of a cure in the foreseeable future. There are others who work full-time, some 2 and 3 jobs, and yet they're still toiling in the inescapable wheel of poverty and lack of access. Others are working and still cannot get paid the same thing that their colleagues get paid for the same work. And all over this country, hundreds of prisons are being built while schools are crumbling, literally and figuratively. Now, my objective here is not to depress you, but to offer validation for my assertion. And my assertion is that there is more than enough in this world, in our global community, with which we can be outraged. There's more than enough to be upset about. And although we're plagued by these issues, we live in a great time where we are free to communicate our thoughts, to share our ideas, to extend our sympathies, and to act on our empathies. We can do this with our neighbor down the street or our global neighbor across the planet. So you know what I really don't get? With everything going on in the world, what I really don't get is cause shaming. Now, what is cause shaming? Cause shaming is a phenomenon that I personally have experienced lately, in which a person is questioned or even ridiculed, whether it be by social media or news media, for their choice to speak out on a particular issue, a prevailing issue of the day, in the context of why they did not speak out on another prevailing issue of the day. As if my passion about an issue somehow limits my convictions to that sole issue, or my position on one negates another. So let's be clear. For me and for every man, woman, and child that considers themselves more than a stark binary of singular positions, who knows that they are capable of simultaneous and yes, at times, conflicting convictions in different areas of society, I implore you, tell the cause shamers to listen up. One does not negate the other. So just because I am concerned about white police officers beating black men and killing them in the streets does not mean I am not concerned about black men killing black men in the streets. And just because I support those who do the ice bucket challenge or anything else for that case for ALS research, that doesn't mean I don't support all of those who are working for a cure to help millions that are in my community and others who are suffering with sickle cell or diabetes, or that I don't care about people a continent away that are dying by the thousands with a disease that we really kind of passively tolerated until it affected one of our own. It doesn't mean I don't care about people with invisible disabilities like my own. Because I support the elevation of the minimum wage for millions of fast food or healthcare workers doesn't mean I don't see the plight of the Black business owner who is struggling to keep the doors of her business open while she's being crushed from every side by a capitalist system that is designed to not give her all of the privileges it affords others to keep her business afloat. Because I see the regretful nature of the Janae Rice situation from both sides, doesn't mean that as a domestic violence survivor myself, I don't stand with the 48 women who are shot every month in this country by intimate partners, or the over 40,000 women a year who repeatedly suffer violence at the hands of their intimate partners, male or female. Because I'm concerned about Christians abroad being persecuted and murdered does not mean that I'm not concerned right now about Christians in this country who are being relegated to a position of unpopular and disreputable subcaste if they dare to express their spiritually endowed and inspired opinions. Come on. Now, we're smarter than this, right? I have to believe that we expect more from each other than this. I have to believe that we know that our collective and individual selves are more nuanced than this, more than a bifurcation of opinions. We're more than just compartmentalized beings that can only be in one box at a time, incapable of containing more than one opinion. We're more than the human embodiment of a zero-sum proposition. We do know this, right? We're sure. We know this, don't we? I'm Max Christie. This is The Life Project. Thanks for watching.